And oh, Hare Krishna, Ilakya. Office is over. Now relaxed. Okay. Hare Krishna, Haribal. After a long time, why are you not coming to temple? I
I'm
didn't
not.
come for Narmadas. For
I was
Narmadas.
not in Chennai, Mataji.
Oh no, you
I
missed
had gone.
such a beautiful bridal shower. Did you see the videos?
No, Mataji.
Oh no, you should see. Okay, are you
Okay,
all
I'll see.
following our Insta page in is IYS Girls Insta page? Are you all following? Haribala?
Check, I'll check once. I think I follow. I'm not sure. I follow
Oh,
ISKCON Chennai, but IYS,
not
I'm not sure.
IYS Girls Chennai, right? You should follow. We had put in the story of how Narmada's bridal shower happened. Such a beautiful short video is there. Anyways, I'll send you also.
Okay, Mataji.
So, Chalo, we'll quickly start with the verse. But before we start with the verse, we will do a short Mangla Charan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय रमणंदे हरिमुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुर्लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं ऋषिगुरुदिनकारं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वर हरि ओम तत्सत् So today the verse for the discussion is Bhagavad Gita 5.18. So let's recite the verse. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Kavi Hastini Suni Chaiva Swapake Cha Panditah Samadarshinaha. Anybody would like to recite?
Can I recite?
Yes, yes, please.
विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे कविहस्तिनि शुनि चैव स्वपाके च पण्डिताः समदर्शिनः.
Okay, Haripala, can you read the translation also?
The humble sages, by the virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahman, a cow An elephant, a dog, and a dog eater outcast.
So what is Krishna telling here? What is Krishna telling? Hariwala?
Like that when a person gains a true knowledge, he doesn't differentiate between different living entities. He see everyone as equal, like in the soul, he sees everyone as a soul, like that.
What is actually here Krishna is saying, see, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. If you read word by word translation, you will see a person who is having, for what is he having? He is having education, and that means he is having proper knowledge. He is having proper knowledge and Vinaya. He is gentle in behavior. That means he is very humble. Vidya Vinaya Sampanni. He's fully knowledgeous, and he is knowledge means what? Like knowledge of the spirituality. Like he is equipped with spiritual knowledge. He is equipped with spiritual knowledge and he is having gentleness. That means his knowledge is not making him proud. Rather, he is very gentle. That means he is having humble. He's a very humble being. He is equipped with spiritual knowledge, and that's how he is very knowledgeous. He's having a proper knowledge, and he can see the things as it is, right? How the things should be. He can see that. Like various people, they have different kind of knowledge. Some people have material knowledge, but because of that material knowledge, they're very puffed up, and that's why they cannot see the things as it is. They cannot see that what what is good and what is bad, and they cannot discriminate among the things. But this person, he is having proper knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and how does he apply this knowledge? What is he seeing? He sees that he sees everybody with equal vision. And who what is he? And here Krishna is giving example to in what way does he sees everybody with equal vision. A learned means a brahman means generally in this. One minute. Okay, so here if you see, he is telling that brahmane vidya vinaya sampane brahmane. So he sees a brahman. Now brahman is is in what status in our society? Can anybody tell? Alakya? Brahman is in what status, in what rank in our society?
I am not sure, Mataji,
But
about
it is
that.
in highest rank, right? You will be knowing, being in South India, how they will
Forward
discriminate.
cast. Forward
They will,
cast.
the forward caste, and they will tell like, I
Yeah,
mean to say that,
in the
uh,
temple they will be there before ideals. Before deities, the Brahmins will be there. So they are considered as like highest. Um,
and also, like being in South India, it is there. No, we will only like Brahman should marry the Brahmana, Iyengar should marry the Iyengar. So much of caste.
yes,
I mean to
Mataji.
say that discrimination is there, right?
Yes,
Correct.
yes,
But
Mataji.
a learned person is seeing the most, the Brahman who is in the very higher position in the society, and to that of the animals. And what are the examples of the animals given? Gavi. Gavi means the cow,
Oh,
right? Right? Among animals, the cow is the most auspicious, the most pure, right? And Hastini. Hastini means the elephant. After that, elephant and Suni Cheva. Suni means what? Suni is a dog. And who else? Swapakecha. Swapakecha means a dog eater. Now, Krishna is giving examples. If you carefully see these examples, you will see all are very, very different creatures. Now, Brahman is someone who is having proper culture. Whereas Swapaka, that means a dog eater, is the lowest in the human society. Why they are not considered very good? The reason behind is that Brahman is in the mood of goodness. Okay. And Gavi means the cow. Cow is the most purest and it is the mood of the goodness. Whereas Hastini means an elephant. What is an elephant? Elephant is in the mood of the passion. And Suni, that means a dog. A dog is in the mood of the ignorance. And what about Swapake? Swapake means who is a dog eater. It is even more worst than that of the dog because he's eating the dog. He's in deep mood of ignorance. So Brahmana and the Swapaka, that is a a Brahmana and a dog eater, they are completely extremely opposite. Okay, so there is all reasons that we for discrimination, but this person is not discriminating. So what is his vision for which he is not discriminating? Just give me 1 minute. For some time, I have to close my audio and video for just one. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah. So now we see that a Brahmana and that of the dog eater, a learned person is not discriminating. Why is he not discriminating? Because he knows clearly that all of them, like the Brahman, the dog eater, the elephant, the dog, everybody is in one in what is it one in? Can anybody guess? They are one on the platform of yes, Ashmita, you can unmute and tell.
Aditi, they all have Paramatma, so a learned person will see the
Yes,
Paramatma.
yes, they will see the Paramatma inside the each and every living entity. Okay, so we have one similarity between each other, all of us. That is, we see that Krishna is seated in our heart. So what does the humble sage see? He humble sage he sees that Krishna is seated in the hearts of all living entity, and thus he sees them with equal vision, and it is a very higher state of consciousness. If you see, this particular verse is in a very higher state of consciousness. Not every living entity in this world can see others in the similar platform. More or less, we discriminate. We I mean to say that we do not respect others. So this person about whom Krishna is speaking about, he is a very high class devotee, is a very Uttama Adhikari. That means he is seated in a very top class. A top class person can see everything on an equal vision. So let's see that how we can develop some equal vision and what are the parameters we will be considering so that we can see everybody in an equal vision. Second is that some discrimination because we are not at the level of this person about whom Krishna is speaking. Till now, we even when we are going for an from when we deal with an auto rickshaw or from somebody, we sometimes try to um, disrespectfully talk to them. Correct, right? This has happened. Like many a times, we don't offer proper respect. For to speak of other people outsiders, sometimes we do not even give respect to uh, our own family members also, or someone whom we have taken it him or her to be granted in relationship. We sometimes disrespectfully talk, and that is why it leads to conflicts among each other. Correct. But this, so we have to see that this person is not discriminating because he is in a higher platform and he is in a Suddha Sattva platform, he is completely transcendental and he is able to see. Since we are not in this platform, we will also have we may misjudge something, or we may not be able to act in the way in which this person is acting. So we should not act in a platform in which we are not there. You understand? Like completely faking out. We should not fake out also all these things. So we will have some discrimination which we will be speaking in our class. Okay, um, so we will read the purport. A Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or caste. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, and an elephant may be different from the point of the view of species, but these differences of body are meaningless for from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. So Prabhupada is telling that this person, this humble sage, he is not having any he is not discriminating based on the species also. Like a dog, cow, and elephant, he is not discriminating among them, depending upon whether they are good or bad or anything also. Can anybody give me an example from the scriptures wherein you know a learned transcendentalist who does not discriminate among this dog, cow, elephant, or anybody? Example of a devotee.
Mataji, can you repeat? I am not understanding.
See, can you give an example of a devotee from scriptures who does not discriminate, who has not discriminated among these various species of living beings, like between a human being to that of a maybe a elephant or a demon, for example. Like human beings are there, demons are there, demigods are there. So a sage does not discriminate among these species. Did you understand the question now?
Ah, yes, Mataji. I think the one person, like everyone are same only, Mataji. They will choose any some peoples they choose, and sometimes they will neglect someone. But God only won't discriminate.
Okay. Okay. Shivaranjani, any example? You know? Okay. Haribala, tell. You were telling, I stopped you.
No, I'm just saying I can't think of any maths.
Haribala?
No, I don't remember that.
हाँ
No, Mataji, I don't remember as much.
हाँ it's
Any
Narad Muni. Narad Muni. Just think, he has preached to a snake. He has preached to a human being. He has preached to a demon also. Do you know the demon whom he has preached to? Prahlad Maharaj. Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita, no? In demons, I am Prahlad. So Narad Muni has preached to Prahlad Maharaj, who was in the demoniac, he was born to a demoniac father. And he had preached to a snake also. That is a story.
Kans Maharaj also he is rich. Krishna's mama.
He has not preached as such to Kamsa. He was to give some, in order to carry out the pastimes of the Lord, he would be like a messenger to that of Kamsa. And he would intrigate Kamsa to do certain things so that so that these all pastimes can happen earlier. So he was not preaching to Kamsa. He had preached to Prahlad Maharaj, and in human beings he preached to Dhruva Maharaj, and he had preached in the species, in the animal species, if you see, he had preached to a snake also. Do you remember the story of the snake, wherein some children were hitting the snake, and the snake was thinking that like Krishna Narad Muni passed by that place, and There is a small, like, I would not go to the details of that story, but yes, we know. And so how Narad Muni, without any discrimination, he has preached to the different species of different species he has preached to. So a learned person, he does not discriminate among how to whom he should give knowledge to or whom he should not give knowledge to, right? So he gives, if he wants to give the mercy, just like how Krishna does not discriminate. Now, Krishna, can you give example how Krishna does not discriminate among different species?
Lord Chaitanya, Hare Krishna Mataji. Lord
Hare
Chaitanya
Krishna.
showered his mercy towards the animals while he was
Yes,
traveling through the
yes.
Jarika Dam.
Correct, exactly. Yes, Krishna does not discriminate. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Any other example?
Gajendra Mataji.
Gajendra, okay. What about Gajendra?
The Gajendra was an elephant and Krishna still accepted him.
Correct. Gajendra was an elephant, and still Krishna did not think, oh, he's in, uh, okay, he is lusty or something. He's the mood of the passion. He came immediately as Gajendra, just took an lotus, and he was raising his trunk towards the Lord. Immediately, the Lord came in Garuda and saved Gajendra. And
Hare Krishna
also, it
Mataji.
is not that he saved only Gajendra. He actually showered the mercy on the crocodile also. He killed the crocodile and liberated the crocodile. He was a demigod who had been cursed to become a crocodile, and now Krishna came and liberated the crocodile. And how Krishna is impartial? Can you give another example how Krishna is impartial towards different living beings? Yes, Mataji, Anuparth Mataji, you were telling something.
Hare Krishna Mataji. In the Ram avatar, Krishna showered his mercy towards Akalya Devi. She was in the form of a
Ahalya.
stone.
Correct. It serves in the form of a stone. Wonderful. Also, from this verse itself, like how Krishna is seeing like a learned Brahmana, he sees that the supreme personality of the Godhead in the form of the Paramatma is seated in everyone's heart. So to think the Lord is indiscriminating, like he's not thinking that I am there in the body of a worm or I am there in the body of a king. He is like our eternal friend who is there with us without any discrimination. For example, you see this line which Prabhupada has written. As far as the bodies are concerned, in different castes or different species of the life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because he treats every living being as a friend, yet maintains himself as Paramatma regardless of the circumstances of the living entities. So, no matter whatever the circumstances, the living entities, he may be there in the worm, he may be there as a Paramatma in the body of a worm who is there in the stool, and still he is completely aloof, and he may be there in the body of the king who is taking various decisions or a very aristocratic person. So he does not discriminate depending upon a person's choices that a person makes in his entire life. The Lord awards them such kind of body because the Lord is seated in our heart. He is witness of what all things we do, and depending upon what all choices we make and what all things we do, the Lord is awarding us a body. But He is there with us in every species of our life. No matter, like all of us have taken 84 lakh times at least we are born. That much we know. No, we don't know how many times we are born and we are dead. Like we're eternally, like we living entities, we're eternally bound in this world, doing lot of things in ignorance. So we don't know how many births we have taken. But this one thing which we are sure of, that we have taken 84 lakh times we have taken birth. Why? Because there are 84 lakh species. So we have taken these, in the process of evolution, we have taken these births and we have got a human form of life. And it is told, today I was reading a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam in the 11th canto, in the 7th chapter, last verse. It is mentioned. You can check out that particular verse. It is mentioned that how the human life, this human birth is very dear to the Lord. And in this birth only we can get the transcendental knowledge. Like we can like we can acquire the knowledge of who are we, what is our relationship with the Lord. So being in the human form, which is the highest in this world, sorry, in this entire universe, like you could see, the human birth is considered among all the species, it is considered one of the, not one of the, it is considered the most most the uh, it is considered highest in among all the species. So once one is climbing the ladder, right, and coming to the human form of the life, and from there, after coming to the human form of the life, if he is not he is not taking part in the spiritual life, or he is not performing the spiritual activities or doing any spiritual education, he is not taking up the spiritual education, or he is not purifying himself, he is not understanding what is his relationship with the Lord. It is like doing suicide. Like you come to the ladder, you climb up the stairs, you climb to the full, go to the terrace of a very high skyscraper building, and what are you doing after going to that, to the terrace of the skyscraper building? You are jumping from there. So what happens? Like if you are taking up to the human life, you got a human body, but from there you don't take advantage of this human birth. So it is like suicide. You are just trying to suicide yourself. So it is our duty, my dear friends. Now we have got this human birth. We are in the higher body. So we should not waste this human form of life. We have taken lot many decisions in our life, right? Like we have done many things, but now being in Krishna consciousness, we should not um, try to waste this form of the life. We should always remember, whenever there is a onslaught of Maya, or when we are going towards the ignorance, right? There are many times the Maya will test us, like it will put lot of difficulty in our lives. And at those times, please do not give up to the mood of the ignorance or be swayed away by the onslaughts of the Maya. Rather, we should take a opportunity to become close to Krishna. So recently, yes, today only I was reading in news, because I keep myself little updated. I always read a little bit of news that I do. So there, it was there, like there were three girls who were there, who were very addicted to this Korean drama, like Korean games and everything. So as you know that, like some, they're very very crazy about it. So their parents, they were hardly 12, 14, and 16 years old. All the three sisters. These three girls were three sisters. They used to stay together, live together, bath together, everything they used to do together. So this Korean games also, they were all playing together. And what happened is that, like, so what did they do? So their parents, one day they thought that these girls are very addicted to the phone. So they took away their phone and they did not allow them to see the phone. So what happened is that these girls, for a couple of days, they were trying to resist themselves, but they were so addicted to all those things that they finally committed suicide. All three of them, one after another, same day, same time, all three of them, they they did suicide by going to the terrace and then of their apartment and then jumping from there. So just think, for a silly thing, they committed a suicide. They got a human body, And now with that human body, what are they doing? And now what is the destination of these people? So as devotees, we have a higher responsibility of not wasting this human form of life. So now if you see, I was talking about a devotee who did not discriminate. So and how Supreme Lord is not discriminating. So Supreme Lord, as Anuparta Mataji, she was giving an example like how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to the Jharikhanda forest, and what did he do? When he was chanting the holy names, at that time the tiger was kissing the deer. Right? So this is the power of the holy names. When we chant the holy names, the whatever, when we chant the holy names purely, whatever the ignorance that is there in our heart, it cleanses away by chanting the holy names purely. So, and a person realizes his own spiritual form when they are chanting the holy name. So one must try to chant like all of us, we are chanting the 16 rounds daily. So sometimes it becomes very mechanical. No, I have to finish it. So it's for my own application also. Like instead of thinking that I have to finish those 16 rounds, our entire focus should be is like how can I serve the holy names? Because the holy names are non different than Krishna. They are totally identical. So when we're chanting the holy names, our only prayer should be like, please bless me so that I can serve you. I can serve you. Right? So the holy names, when we are chanting the holy names, we're serving the holy names, we're serving the Krishna. So our prayer is like in a very prayerful mood, one should chant that, okay, the Lord, please, you are there seated in my heart, and I am doing many things, many decisions I am taking which are not Krishna conscious. So please kindly bless me, kindly shower your mercy on me so that I can take proper decisions, so that I can never forget you. And one should pray daily in front of the deities that let anything happen in this world, let me go to hell or let me go anywhere also, but there let this one thing be there with me, that is this holy names. Let the holy names be there with me no matter where I am situated. Please, Lord, do not make me forgetful in such a way that I forget to chant your holy names. So never make me forgetful of chanting the holy name. This is the only sadhan I have, the only thing I have in my life. That is to chant the holy names very, very attentively. So Mahaprabhu was chanting, and when we hear from the Krishna himself, who is playing the role of a devotee, and so when we hear from him, who will not change his heart? So even the animals, they could change their heart. So what to speak of the human beings? So Mahaprabhu, when we Mahaprabhu was chanting, but what about us? We don't have Mahaprabhu with us. So how can we hear the holy names? How can we take association of the devotees, or we take association of the Lord? In the like, how can we also get the same experience as that of the animals in the Jharikhanda forest? How can we get that privilege? So that privilege is still there when we are hearing from a pure devotee. So when we hear the holy names from a pure devotee, our heart is purified. And a devotee does not discriminate, like when discriminate on whether to give the mercy or not the mercy. He does not discriminate. Like recently we had this Madhura Mahotsav, and we conducted such a big Madhura Mahotsav. It was happening in the temple hall, and everybody was hearing. We did not discriminate. And that's why this Sankirtan movement, Sankirtan means chanting the holy names with together with everybody. This is is the prime benediction. Krishna has told them Cheto Darpana Marjanam, like Mahaprabhu has sang this song, that Cheto Darpana Marjanam, the Sankirtana, Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhava Mahadavag Nirvapanam. That means this holy names can extinguish the forest fire which is there in our heart. Like everybody is burning in some or other issue, some or other problems, but this holy names is a prime benediction, because it can, with the showering of this holy names, the heart which is burning with ignorance, it can be completely cooled down. Because when we are chanting the holiness, first the heart gets cleansed, and what happens? Our auspiciousness starts in our life. So, when the holy names were being, it is chanted in a Sankirtan, in the association of the loving devotees, deep within, whatever the ignorance a person is having, that is all cleansed. Like during the Madhura Mahotsav, many people, some were crying, some were jumping. Everybody was mad to hear the holy names, because the holy names were coming from the mouth of a pure devotee. They were glorifying with a loving heart. They were all glorifying Krishna, and that's how it touched everybody's heart. Right? So it is completely, there is no discrimination. That's why devotees, they go out on the streets to do Harinam Sankirtan, because many atheists are also there. Many people are there to whom, if you give a Bhagavad Gita, I know many girls, even now here, who are listening to the class, they go out and they ask a person to, they want to give Bhagavad Gita, and that person becomes extremely angry that that person wants to beat the girl. Like here, there are some certain devotees who have approached to a certain set of people, and they always wanted to do good. Devotees want to do good for everybody, and that's why they distribute books to each and everybody. They knock every door, but then those person who are ignorant, they want to come and they want to abuse even those people who are trying to good to them. So for these people, what can be done? You go out and you chant the holy names. When you chant for the holy names loudly, everyone gets benefited. Who all gets benefited? Even the dogs on the street, they get benefited, right? And the people who are hearing, who do not come to the temple, they are completely ignored, or they are very busy with their materialistic life, even they get benefited. So that's how a devotee is completely a person who is in knowledge. He's completely, he's not discriminating on the basis of a body, that whether I should go and preach to this person or I should not do Sankirtan in this area. Even devotees are going to the such extreme, tribal areas. Like we have His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj, is preaching to the tribals. Or we don't even do this discrimination of, you know, like devotees take such risk in preaching this Krishna consciousness. Like there are countries where they're doing this devotion activities are completely banned, like China or many other secular places. Like, has anyone read this book called Salted Bread? If possible, you please take this copy from our bookshop, Salted Bread. It is written that how devotees in Russia, like like Prabhupada went to Russia and preached this one person, and that one person, there was only one Bhagavad Gita with him, and he started making copies of it, and he started distributing. And what happened? The cops there, because it is like it is, like there is no secularism in there is no secularism. There was,
Communism, Mataji, there.
sorry.
Communist rulers it was that time.
Communist, correct. That word is communism. So there is communist rulers over there, and they don't appreciate these all religious activities. And if they find anybody who is practicing this spirituality, they will take them to they will arrest them, and they will give severe capital punishment for them. Right? So such a like such a I mean, they're risking their lives to preach this Krishna consciousness. They're not thinking that, okay, I should not go to this country because I'm in my life is in risk. Rather, they are thinking that no matter what, anything, let it happen to me, but let me go out and preach this Krishna consciousness. Right? So a devotee takes all risk, does everything so that he can give out the mercy of the Lord. And that is why a devotee is very, 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 very dear to the Lord. The Lord is very pleased when we are worshipping a devotee, because a devotee is a medium he is like a medium from which Krishna's mercy is flowing in this world. So that is why a devotee is very dear to Krishna. And when we respect the devotees, when we worship the devotees, Krishna has told in the Bhagavad Gita that when I am not so happy when somebody offers me respect, offers or worships me, I'm not that much happy. But I'm very, very happy when somebody is worshipping my devotee, because my devotees are my life and soul. My devotee knows only me, and I know only my devotee. I am there in the devotee's heart, and the devotee is there in my heart, in my heart. So there is a song in the in the Vaishnava song, Govinda Kohena Vaishnava Mora Puran. That means Govinda is telling that the devotee is telling that Krishna is my life and soul. And Govinda means who is the like Krishna. Krishna is telling that the devotees are my life and soul. So that is the relationship between a devotee and that of the Lord. And both are so merciful. Both do not have any discrimination. But we should understand that how these devotees and the Lord are merciful, but we should not take advantage of them. Like they are merciful, so I can do any level of sinful activity. Rather, we should worship the devotees and the Lord and be in the association of the devotees. Then we can also get these, especially the pure devotees of the Lord, so that the Lord, gives some characteristics of the pure devotee, even we can develop. There is another thing which I wanted to tell you here. The devotees are not discriminating. Yes, the pure devotee does not discriminate. But one thing, the Rupa Goswami tells in the Nectar of Instruction, there is a little discrimination that we have to do so that we can protect our bhakti. Because we are not in such a platform wherein we associate with anybody and we can still be pure, because we are not in that platform, so little discrimination is needed. For we have to discriminate who are non devotees. We should try to maintain some distance from them and have a very minimal relationship, not to mingle with them so much that we completely forget our devotional activities and become materialistic like them. Right? So that discrimination has to be done. The intelligent person, he knows that what is good and what is bad. And like a swan, right? A swan, what he does, if you give him a uh, katori, like you give him a bowl full of milk and water together, the swan will drink only the milk and will leave the water. That much skillful is the swan. So similarly, when we are in this material world, we should discriminate on with whom we are doing friendship, or with whom we are associating, so that we do not become materialistic like them, or we only take the good part from them and do not take the wrong part from them. Right? So we need to be careful in that matter. So with this, I will stop here. And anybody has any questions, comments, or anything are all welcome. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. We have still 7 minutes more if anybody has any questions, or we'll wind up today. Okay, if no questions, so thank you so much for joining. And it was wonderful discussing with all of you. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.